welcome to today's practice. Thank you for making it to your mat. Today is our signature flow class, very similar to what we were working on a couple of days ago. There will just be some very small variations and options in today's practice. So make sure you're nice and comfortable. If you want your block, then please have your block with you. And let's make a start in our wide-legged child's pose. Sitting back towards the heels, stacking one hand on top of the other, resting your forehead down. Taking some time, make yourself feel comfortable before you find some stillness in your posture. And then closing down the eyes. Checking in with where you're at today. Notice how your body's feeling. How you're feeling. What's happening for you emotionally. Maybe there's some particular kind of thoughts happening. Creating the space for whatever is here to be here. And when you're ready, starting to bring the focus to your breathing. Noticing how your breath is without any changes to begin with. And then you may start to lengthen into your breath. Bringing to mind your sankalpa. Touching base with our intention. And then let's extend the arms away, opening up the eyes, hands shoulder distance apart, forehead down. Just taking one full breath. Inhale, staying for the exhale to reach the hips back. On your next in-breath, shift the weight forward into your hands, coming into your tabletop position, starting to take your cat-cow, inhaling, and then exhaling. To seeker, feeling really free to take a variation of your cat-cow, which might be going side to side with the spine, or if you like to circle the spine out as well, go for that. Or if you want to work with hands, fingers pointing back, tucking the toes under as you exhale, feeling free to do that. Inhale, tips of the shoulders drawing back, lifting the eyes, exhale. Tucking the toes under, drawing the navel in. Finishing off your last one. Returning the hands to point forward. Taking that right leg back, lifting the right leg up, lifting the left arm up, taking an inhale to lift everything up away from the mat. Exhale, squeezing in. Nice and small, and then inhale, extend it away, and then exhale, squeezing in, and again inhaling, and exhaling. Place the left hand down, taking the right leg back, going for our push-ups here. Option to lift that left shin bone off as we dive down. So as we take an inhale, elbows point straight back, lifting onto that left knee, and then exhale, press it up. You might even be able to keep the shin bone off. Inhale to lower. Exhale to press it up. One more time. Inhale to lower. Exhale, press it up. Release that left shin back down. Bend the right leg in towards you, reaching back, holding the inner edge of that right foot. Starting to kick that right leg up, lifting the sternum, lift the eyes. Take an inhale, lift everything up. As you exhale, just very gently soften, left hand down. Reach that right foot back, kickstand this left leg back, peeling open this right arm up towards the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale, right arm comes up and over the side of the head. Option to lift that right leg up away from the mat. Taking an inhale and exhale, option to bring the elbow towards the knee. And then inhale to extend it out. Exhale, squeeze it in. And inhale to extend. One more time. Exhale, squeeze in. And inhale to extend. Staying one more breath. On the next in-breath, placing that right heel down, coming upright, bringing the arms up, interlacing through the fingers, cross the thumbs, reaching up through both sides of the waist. Inhale, exhale, coming over into your Padikasana, looking up towards the ceiling, sealing the palms of the hands together, opening up through that left side body in particular. Try to pull the hands away a little bit more. Taking one more full breath. Inhale, stay for the exhale, see if there's any more space. And then inhale, coming back upright, release the arms, cartwheel the hands down, finding your tabletop. Inhale, exhale to press back into down facing dog. Take an inhale, exhale to walk your hands back towards the feet, drop the heels down, spine roll to come up. Interlace the hands at the base of the head. Inhale, exhale, spine roll down, release the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, walk your hands back out into your down facing dog. Dropping down to the knees, releasing the toes. Taking this left leg back, lifting the left leg up, right arm up. Inhale, lift the leg, lift the arm. Exhale, squeeze it in, draw the navel in. And again, inhale, extend out, exhale. And again, inhaling, and exhale. Taking that left leg back, right hand comes down. And option here to lift that right shin off. Inhale, elbows point straight back. Exhale, press it up. And again, inhale to lower. Exhale, press it up. One more time. Inhale to lower. Exhale, press it up. Place the right shin down, bending that left foot in towards you, reaching back, holding the inner edge of that left foot, kicking the leg up, lift the sternum, lift the eyes. Inhale, very softly release, releasing that right hand down, taking the left heel down onto the mat, kickstand this right leg back behind you, peeling open. Inhale, exhale, left arm up and over the side of the head. Either staying here, taking that left leg up. And if you want to keep moving here, take an inhale, exhale, elbow to knee, and then inhale to reach it out. Exhale, squeeze in, inhale, extend, just one more, exhale, and inhaling, staying for a breath here. On the next in-breath, place that left heel back down, coming up to standing, grounding down through the outer edge of that left foot. Take the arms up above the head, interlacing through the fingers, cross the thumbs, reaching the arms up. Inhale, exhale over into your Padikasana. Eyes looking up towards the ceiling. Trying to pull away with the hands, open up through the side of that right waist. Lower ribs drawing in. Keep breathing. One more full breath. Inhale. Stay for the exhale, see if there's any more space. And then inhale, coming back upright, releasing the hands. Cartwheel the hands down, coming back into your tabletop position. Inhaling. Exhale, tuck the toes under, pressing back into your down facing dog. Take an inhale to hold. Exhale, walk your hands back towards the feet. Drop the heels down and spine roll to come all the way up, interlacing the hands at the base of the head. Drop the tailbone down, lift the sternum, and then as you exhale, spine roll down. Release the hands. Inhale, halfway lift, draw the quadriceps up. Exhale, fold. Walking the hands back out into your down facing dog. Taking a breath in your down facing dog. Looking forward towards the hands, starting to walk the feet forward. Coming into your Uttanasana, feet together or a little bit wider is fine. Relax the head. Take an inhale into your halfway lift. And then exhale, fold. Press down through the feet to reach out through the arms. Inhaling, palms of hands come together. Exhale, draw the hands down through the center line. Coming into your prayer position in front of the heart center. Closing down the eyes. Feeling the weight down into the feet. Just grounding down through the base of the big toes, little toes, outside edges of the heels and inside edge of the heels. Feeling the length along the entire spinal column. And then let's blink open the eyes, releasing the arms down by your side. Press down through the feet, take the arms up, inhaling, palms of hands come together, and then exhale, forward fold. Letting the head relax down, feeling free to bend the knees here. Take an inhale into your halfway lift, hands can come to the shins. Exhale, fold, bend the knees and step that right leg back. Stay on the ball of the right foot, coming up into your crescent moon lunge. Bending a little bit deep in this front leg if you can. Lifting the right hip up. Steady gaze. Take an inhale to grow up through the waist. As you exhale, come forward into your arrowhead. Palms, the hands facing down, reaching the fingertips back. And then come back into your crescent moon. Inhale. And then exhale, arrowhead. Inhale, crescent moon. Exhale, arrowhead. And let's hold it here for a couple of breaths. Try to draw that left hip crease back. Back of the neck in line with the rest of the spine. Take one more inhale to bend through that right knee, reach the arms up. Circle the arms back, take the arms up to shoulder height and take the right arm underneath, left arm on top. So finding your eagle arms here, holding it here, maybe starting to straighten that back leg, lift the elbows up, take an inhale. And then as you exhale, shifting the weight forward onto this left foot, come onto the tippy toes of this right leg and lifting up into your Virabhadrasana, just for a breath. Releasing those arms down by your side, inhale, and then exhale, reach it back again to come back into your crescent moon lunge, circle the arms down, framing the front foot. Take an inhale here in your sprinter's lunge and then exhale to start to straighten into this left leg. Feel free to use your block coming into your pyramid. Take an inhale to hold here and then exhale, folding down to where you can. Try to engage that left quadricep, draw it up. Left hip crease drawing back. Bending to the front leg. Inhale. Exhale to step back into your plank position. Eyes gazing towards the top edge of the mat. Feel free to drop down to the knees and take your cobra variation of the flow. Otherwise, option for chaturanga and up dog. Elbows point straight back. Rolling over the feet. Coming into your up dog. Inhale. And then exhale back into down facing dog. Taking 3 full breaths here. Navel in towards the spine as you exhale. Rising up onto the balls of the feet, taking that right leg up to your 3-legged dog. Inhale. Exhale, curling the right knee in towards the chest. Shift the weight forward and then take it back. Inhale. Exhale, shifting the weight forward. And let's take that right leg out to the side, or you could just drop your knee down. Coming into your fallen triangle, coming to the inner edge of that left foot, peeling open that left arm. Press the mat away with that right hand. Looking up towards the ceiling if you can. Taking one more inhale. And then exhale, folding this left hand in. Come to the ball of the left foot. Right knee in, taking it back into your three-legged dog. Inhale. Exhale, stepping it forward in between the hands. Left heel comes down. Coming up to standing. Left toes pointing just slightly in, arms down. Inhaling as you exhale, coming into your Trikonasana. Eyes looking up towards that top hand. Find the breath. Taking one more inhale. Exhale, turn the eyes to look down towards the right big toe, bending into that right leg. Come into your reverse warrior, stepping this left foot a little bit further back. Inhale here. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down, framing the front foot and come to the ball of the left foot. I'm going to shift the hands a little bit further forward and take this left leg up to your standing split. Holding it here. Let the back of the neck be relaxed. Option to take this right hand behind the right ankle. Steady the gaze. And you might want to test your balance. Take both hands off. Keep breathing. Keep lifting that left heel up. Inhale. Release the hands and then exhale, step it down into your Uttanasana. Let the head relax. Inhale into your halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Coming up to standing, inhale. Palms of hands come together. Exhale, folding into your Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees and step that left foot back. Stay on the ball of the left foot, coming up into your crescent moon lunge. Bending a bit deep in this front leg. Reaching that left heel back. Taking an inhale to grow up through both sides of the waist as you exhale, coming forward into your arrowhead. Inhale, coming back, crescent moon. Exhale, arrowhead. And one more time, inhale. Exhale, arrowhead. Hold it here for a couple of breaths. Draw that right hip crease back. Charge up that back left thigh. And then on the next inhale, small bend through that left leg, coming up into your crescent moon lunge. Circle the arms back, down and up. Taking the left arm underneath, right arm on top, coming into your eagle arms here. Taking the elbows up, pressing the back of the left thigh up. Inhale, exhale, shifting the weight forward into this right leg. Come into the tippy toes of this left foot, and then lifting up into your Virabhadrasana 3. Draw the navel in, release the arms down by your side. Taking an inhale, exhale to step it back into your crescent moon lunge. Inhaling up, exhale, circle the arms down, framing the front foot. Taking one more inhale and then exhale back into your pyramid, lifting that left heel up. Another in-breath to try to lengthen out, and then exhale, just folding down just to where you can. Drawing the navel away from the mat. Engaging that right quadricep just to where you can. And then bending into this front leg. Stepping back into your plank position, inhale. Going through your version of your flow. We'll all meet in down facing dog. Steady the gaze and find the breath. Sealing down through the palms, the hands, and drawing the energy up through into the arms, along the sides of the waist to lift the hips up. Rising up into the balls of the feet, take that left leg up to your three-legged dog. Inhale, exhale, knee comes in towards the chest, shifting the weight forward. And then inhale, take that left leg back. Exhale, knee comes in. And either drop the knee down or extend it out to the right hand side. Come to the inner edge of that right foot and opening out into your fallen triangle. Eyes can look up. Taking one more inhale. Exhale, bring that right hand down. Hug the left knee into the chest. Take it back, three-legged dog. Inhale. And then exhale, stepping the foot forward in between the hands. Plant the right heel down. Coming up to standing. Inhale. Exhale to lengthen through both sides of the waist, coming into your Trikonasana. Turning the eyes to look up towards that top hand. Trying to lift away from that bottom hand. So imagine the back is trying to lean back onto a wall or a surface. Lower ribs draw in. Just taking one more inhale. As you exhale, turn the eyes to look down towards the left big toe and then bending into this left leg, walking this right foot a little bit further back, taking an inhale into your reverse warrior. And then exhale, cut all the hands down, coming onto the ball of the right foot, shifting the weight slightly forward, hands coming forward, and then taking that right leg up into your standing split, letting the back of the neck relax. Try to keep this right leg parallel. Maybe bringing this left hand behind the left ankle. An option here to just test your balance, bringing that right hand behind as well. Keep drawing the navel in. Keep breathing. And then let's release the hands, taking an inhale. Exhale, bringing that right foot down, relaxing the head down. Inhale into your halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Pressing down through the feet, take the arms out to the side. Inhale, palms, hands come together. Exhale, drawing the hands down through the center line, releasing the arms, opening the feet out, hip distance apart, hands to the waist. Inhale to lift the sternum. Exhale, forward fold. Taking hold of the big toes, take an inhale to lengthen out through both sides of the waist. And then exhale, elbows out to the side, let the head relax down, drawing the quadriceps up. Steady gaze in between the legs or up towards the tip of the nose. Trying to shift the weight forward onto the balls of the feet as you draw the quadriceps up. Take an inhale, halfway lift, either repeating or taking the hands underneath the feet, and then on the next exhale, folding down. Try and engage the quadriceps, shift the weight forward. And taking an inhale, lengthen out through the waist. As you exhale, release those hands. Just plant the hands down, bend through the knees and step back about halfway. Feet can come together, coming into your Japanese seated position, releasing the tops of the feet down, sitting down onto the heels, cupping the left hand into the right, tips of the thumbs lightly touching, closing down the eyes. Slightly observing the breathing. And then opening up the eyes. Just shifting the weight to the hands and open the feet out so you can sit in between the heels. And you could use your hands to just try to shift the calves out a little bit to make a bit more space. And this is somewhere where you could sit up on a block into your Virasana. Hands by your side. Take an inhale to grow out of the waist. And then exhale, twisting to the right, left hand to the outside of the shin. Looking over the right shoulder. Trying to keep both sitting bones down. Take an inhale to grow out through the waist. And then exhale to twist. Just one more time. Inhale to lengthen through both sides of the waist and exhale to twist. And then on the next in-breath, coming back through center and going to the left. Right hand to the outside of the left leg, left hand behind you. Shoulders dropping away from the ears as you turn the eyes to look over towards the left shoulder. Find a spot for the eyes to come to stillness. Inhaling to grow up through both sides of the waist as you exhale, thinking about the right side of the body coming towards the left. One more time, inhaling, and then exhale to twist. And as you inhale, returning back to center. We're going to take an option now where we're going to take our Supta Vidasana. So hands behind you, fingers pointing forward. And you might be staying here, and this could be plenty for you. Or if it's available, maybe coming down onto one forearm and then the other forearm. Again, maybe staying here. You want to try to keep your knees down on the ground and coming in towards one another. If you'd like to come all the way down, lifting up the pelvis, tucking the tailbone under slightly, and then coming all the way down onto your back. Either arms down by your side or taking hold of the elbows. Just 5 breaths here. If this is very sharp on your knees, then please come out of it, just back out. We don't want to feel any sharpness. You may be feeling some discomfort. That's different from sharp pain. Just taking one more full breath. Releasing those arms if they're above the head. Using your forearms to come up, and then everyone coming back up onto the hands, coming back upright, shifting the weight forward onto the knees and the hands, feet to one side, sitting over so you can take the legs out long. Give the legs a little bit of a wriggle out here, flexing through the feet and pressing down through the palms of the hands as you come into your Dandasana. Drawing the kneecaps up, lengthening up through the lower back. Chin slightly tucked in. Take the arms up, inhaling, and then exhale, folding forward over the legs, holding the outsides of the feet or legs or big toes. Take another in-breath to lengthen out, and then exhale, folding down to where you can. Sternum reaching forward. Slowing down the breathing here, particularly the exhale. One more breath. And then inhale, coming up, releasing. Take the hands back about a forearm's distance behind you, fingers pointing forward, either taking your reverse tabletop, lifting up through the sternum and coming into Purvottanasana if this is the variation you're working with. You could keep the eyes just looking straight ahead or down the body, or option to let the head drop back. Keep pressing down through the balls of feet, lifting through the chest. Take one more inhale, lifting the hips up a little bit higher, and then as you exhale, bring the head back to center and releasing all the way down, coming back upright. Bringing the right leg in towards you. So we're going for our half lotus or Ardha Padmasana. Just taking a little cradle of the leg, and let's just give it a bit of a rock from side to side. Just keeping that right foot flexed, trying to lift up out of the lower back. Again, if this is super strong on your knee, then absolutely just place the foot down on the inner edge of the thigh. If you can, maybe you're just a little bit lower down on the thigh. If it's available, you're trying to bring it into the left hip crease, letting this right knee drop down, or even popping a block or a cushion under here if it's very high up. Either staying here, option to take a bind. So you're reaching back and trying to take hold of the right big toe with the first 2 fingers of the right hand. And then everyone just reaching forward with the left hand or both hands onto your left foot. Take an inhale to your halfway lift, and then exhale, reaching the sternum forward towards the left foot, holding it here. Find the breath. So this is Ardha Baddha Paschimottanasana. It's half lotus forward fold. Thinking about the right side of the body folding in towards the left leg. And then taking an inhale, keep holding the foot as you come up, and then exhale, releasing the bind, releasing the foot, releasing that right leg long, hands down by your side, taking your Dandasana for a moment just to even out, and then going the other side. So first of all, just starting with cradling this left leg, just giving it a little bit of a rock from side to side. And then you're placing it down just above the knee, or if you can, you're trying to bring that left foot into that right hip crease, letting that left knee drop down to where you can, right toes flex, pointing up towards the ceiling, lengthening up through the spine. Option to take your bind, so reaching back and holding the left big toe, trying to turn both shoulders to point forward, holding on to that left leg or left foot. Inhale to lengthen, exhale, folding forward. Just letting go of any unnecessary effort here. So maybe tensions creeping into the jaw, to the shoulders. So one more full exhale. And then taking an inhale, keep holding on to the foot and the bind as you lengthen, and then as you exhale, releasing that left leg all the way down, coming into your Dandasana, pressing down through the palms of the hands. One breath here. And then let's take the right leg, folding that right lower leg in. Right toes are pointing back, right hip is down. And so you might be feeling quite lopsided here over to the left, and that's okay. Just keep that left hand down if you need a little bit of extra support, or you could sit up on a block here. That can be quite helpful. You're trying to get both sitting bones down, keeping that left foot flexed, and then taking an inhale to reach up through both sides of the waist, reach the hands up. As you exhale, starting to fold forward over this left leg, holding on to where you can. Take another in-breath to lengthen out, and then exhale, fold down. Engage that left quadricep. Trying to draw the navel away from the mat as you exhale. As you inhale, thinking about the torso lengthening forward. On the next in-breath, let's inhale to lengthen out, and then exhale to release. Keep the leg as it is. We're going to open this right leg out to the side, trying to have both sitting bones down. If this doesn't work for you for any reason, then just bend this right heel in towards the groin. Taking a moment here, hands behind you, take an inhale to lengthen up, and then exhale, twisting to the right, looking over the right shoulder. Keep pressing down through the back of the left thigh. And then thinking about this left side of the body, starting to lay down over towards that left leg. We're going to slide that left hand down, or even maybe taking that left elbow to the inside of that left leg and holding the inside of that left foot. Right arm coming up and over. Keep pressing down through that right sitting bone. Eyes can look up towards the ceiling or just gazing straight ahead. And on the next inhale, coming back upright, using your right hand to bring this right leg forward and extend it out long. Taking a moment in your Dandasana, lengthen up through both sides of the waist. And then going to the other side. So bringing that left foot back, top of the left foot down, toes pointing back. Taking an inhale to lengthen up here, and then exhale, folding down. And remembering you can use this right hand to help you balance here. Take another in-breath to lengthen out, and then exhale, folding down to where you can. So this posture is Trianga Mukhakapada Paschimottanasana. It's a very long yoga pose name. Keep drawing that right quadricep up. Long, smooth breaths. And then taking an inhale to extend through the spine, and then exhale, releasing the hands. Opening this left knee out to the side, keeping that lower leg behind you. Just taking a moment, pressing down through the back of the right thigh, hands behind you to lengthen up through the waist. Inhale, and then exhale, twisting to the left, looking over that left shoulder. The right hip or right sitting bone stays grounding down. And then taking an inhale, lengthen up, and then as you exhale, start to lay over this right leg, either hand onto the leg or right elbow dropping to the inside, holding the inner edge of that right foot, left arm up and over, eyes looking up towards the ceiling. Pressing down through that left sitting bone now. Just really opening up, particularly for this left side body, down into the lower back. So one more full breath. And then taking an inhale, coming back upright, bringing this left leg forward, releasing that left leg out long, taking your Dandasana for a moment, one breath. And then bending the knees up, getting ready to go into your Navasana. So choosing your variation, maybe you're staying here, just lifting the heels up one leg at a time, or maybe coming up into your halfway position, arms alongside the shins, or maybe you're going for your straight-legged position. Keep looking towards the big toes, lift up out of the lower back. 2 more full breaths. And then on the next exhale, bending the legs, placing the feet flat onto the mat, and opening the legs out into your Upavishta Konasana. Pressing down through the backs of the legs, either taking your hands forward, or if it's available and you'd like to work with holding the big toes, go for that. Take an inhale to lengthen out, and then exhale, starting to come forward to where you can. Keep the legs engaged as much as possible, pressing down through the backs of the thighs. Just taking 3 more full breaths. Noticing if there's any way you can let go. If you're holding onto the big toes, keep holding on and take an inhale to lengthen up halfway, and then exhale to release. So everyone bending the legs up a little bit, and then everyone try to take hold of the big toe. So even if you have to bring the legs in quite close towards you. So we're going for a variation of our wide-legged pose, coming into a balance. So we'll just start one leg at a time. Try to extend that left leg out to the side. And then release it down. And then taking the right leg out to the side, trying to straighten it just to where you can. Just find a steady spot for the eyes to rest. And place it down. So you might continue just working with one leg at a time, but if you'd like to give it a go, just shifting the weight slightly back, keep lifting up through the lower back. And then when you're ready, taking an inhale, you take both legs up, engage the quadriceps, try to straighten the legs as much as you can, shoulders relax down. Taking one more inhale and then exhale, just releasing the legs all the way down, just bringing them into a very simple cross-legged position. Just coming over into your tabletop position, setting up the wrists underneath the shoulders and knees underneath the hips, crown of the head reaching forward. And then let's come down onto the forearms, interlacing through the fingers, so getting ready to come into our dolphin. Elbows shoulder distance apart, make sure they're not wider than the shoulders, knees together, feet together, tuck the toes under, lift through the belly to lift the hips up. Looking towards the big toes, try to have all 10 toes long. Back of the neck is relaxed as much as you can. And if you can, possibly walk the feet a little bit closer in towards you. Option here to take one leg of variation, so right leg lifting up. Keep drawing that left hip crease up. Keep breathing. Release the right leg down and swap it around. So take that left heel up. Try to keep that leg that's lifted, if you've got it up there, parallel. Keep pressing down through the forearms. Taking one more full breath. And then bringing that left foot down, coming down to the knees and sitting back into your child's pose. Knees together if you can, or open the knees out. Arms down by your side. Resting the forehead down. Breathing into the lower back. And then extend the arms forward, come back into your tabletop position. Separate the feet and knees hip distance apart and coming up into your down facing dog. Just taking a couple of breaths here in your down facing dog. Sealing down through the inner edges of the hands. Looking forward towards the hands, stepping this right foot forward, dropping down to the left knee, releasing the top of the left foot down. Taking an inhale to draw the sternum forward, and then exhale to straighten into this right leg, flex the right foot towards the face, lengthening out through both sides of the waist. Inhaling, and then exhale, walking your hands forward, thinking about drawing that right hip crease back. Now, feeling absolutely free to stay here. If you would like to go a little bit deeper here, you might start to reach this right heel forward and tuck the left toes under, starting to move into your front splits. You can release the back foot down, bringing the hands by your side. This is somewhere you could pop a block underneath your right thigh. Relax the shoulders down. Try to flex the right foot. Keep breathing. If you're in your front split, starting to come back into your Ardha Hanuman. And then everyone bending to the front leg, tuck the back toes under, lift the back knee off and step back into your down facing dog. Let's take a couple of breaths in your down facing dog. And then looking forward towards the hands, stepping that left foot forward, dropping down to that right knee, release the top of the right foot down. Taking an inhale and then exhale, straightening into this left leg, flex the left foot towards the face. Inhaling here and then exhale, folding down to where you can. And then if you would like to, just try to reach that left heel forward, and you might just come a little bit further forward. It's absolutely fine. If you'd like to try to go a little bit deeper, you can tuck the back toes under, trying to take that right leg back just to where you can. Just feel into what works for your body. If you can, hips are coming down. You can use your hands to help support you. Relax the shoulders down. Try to keep both shoulders pointing forward. Left foot stays flexed. And then if you're a little bit further down, starting to make your way back to the halfway point, and then everyone bend into the front leg, tucking the back toes under, step back into your down facing dog. Taking a breath here. Staying for the exhale. Come back down into your tabletop and make your way down onto your belly. Coming into your cobra, feet pressing down, tops of the feet pressing down, feet hip distance apart, fingers down by the rib cage, squeezing the elbows in and lifting up. Try to lift the kneecaps off the mat, shoulders dropping away from the ears. Just keeping the back of the neck long here. Taking one more inhale and then exhale, coming down, stacking one hand on top of the other, resting the forehead down, relaxing the legs completely. Just feeling into the lower back, taking the breath there, and as you exhale, just softening into that area. Let's bring the legs together now. And you could either have arms just down by your side, or if you can, interlacing through the fingers behind the back, trying to lift the upper body off, lift the arms away from the back. If it's available, try to lift the legs up. Keep squeezing the inner thighs together. 3 full breaths. Taking one more inhale, try to lift up a little bit higher. And then exhale, releasing down. Stacking one hand on top of the other. Forehead rest down. And then let's come into our Dhanurasana. So feet hip distance apart, reaching back, holding the tops of the feet. Starting to kick back into the hands, lifting the knees off, lifting the chest up, lifting the eyes if you can. Staying on the soft part of the belly. Taking one more inhale, lift up. And then exhale, release it down. Releasing the feet. Resting the forehead down onto the hands. Just allowing everything to soften. Lifting the head up, bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Sit yourself back into your Japanese seated position just for a moment. Making your way up onto your knees. Opening the knees out as wide as the hips. So just preparing for Uttanasana here. Remembering that you can tuck your toes under if you want to go for that variation. If it's available and you want to keep the tops of the feet down, feeling free to do that. Using your hands onto the back of the pelvis, fingers up if you can. Trying to press the pelvis forward, squeeze the elbows in. Keep dropping that tailbone down. And maybe this is plenty for you. You can stay here. Maybe head starts to drop back. If you would like to, reach down, thumb to the outside, fingers to the outside. Press the hips forward, lift the sternum up, letting the head drop back. Bring the hands back to the lower back. Inhale as you come back up. Just bringing the knees together, sitting the hips down, cupping the left hand into the right, tips of the thumbs lightly touching. Closing down the eyes. Just feeling that increase in the heart rate. That energy is moving around. opening up the eyes. Sitting over to one side and extending the legs out in front of you. So getting ready for our Paschimottanasana, our longer version of our Paschimottanasana. Pressing down through the backs of the legs, just taking a moment to lengthen up through the lower back. When you're ready, reaching forward, holding outsides of the legs, feet, or if you'd like to take the big toes, feel free. Taking an inhale to lengthen up, and then exhale, folding down. So using the thumbs at the base of the big toes, if you're holding the outside blades of the feet, to try to get the inner edges of the feet to press forward. So often we're kind of rolling out a little bit. Belly, trying to relax down towards the thighs. Just noticing if you can let go of any unnecessary effort here. Maybe in the face or the shoulders. With each exhale, just letting go a little bit more. Last 2 full breaths here. Taking an inhale, keep holding onto the feet to lengthen out, and then exhale to release. Bending the legs up here, bringing that left leg underneath, right leg on top, coming into your Gomukhasana. Just remembering you can use a block here or a cushion to sit up, or extend that bottom leg long. Lengthening out through the spine. Take that left hand onto the upper back, holding onto the left elbow, letting those lower ribs relax in. And just make sure that the head's not being pulled forward through the arms. So you want to try to keep the back of the neck long as much as you can. And if it's available and you want to go for your bind, just reaching back and monkey grip with the fingers. And once you've found your position, try to find stillness, gazing towards the tip of the nose or just slightly forward onto the mat. Relax the jaw. On the next exhale, starting to lean forward, and if you can, keep the arms exactly as they are, but absolutely feel free to release if you need to. When you're ready, releasing the bind, bringing the hands down in front, just walking them out. Just noticing the unraveling and the residual sensation in the shoulders. Slightly following the breathing in and out through the nose. And then walking the hands back up. Taking that left hand over to the side and take the right arm up and over. Relax the left shoulder away from the left ear as you press down through the right sitting bone. Taking one full breath here. And then on the next in-breath, coming back up. And you can just uncross the legs and swap around, but if you would like to try the swivel variation, bringing the hands over to the left, you're just lifting the hips up, coming onto the feet, and then you just keep walking the hands over towards the left leg and then swivel to come down to a seated position, and then finding both sitting bones down on the ground and taking that right hand onto the upper back, holding onto the right elbow. So once again, just making sure you're not pulling your head forward. And then if you'd like to go for your monkey grip, reaching that left hand back. Once you've found your position, just being in stillness, using your breathing to meet that rising sensation in the body. Noticing if there's any way you can let go. Taking an inhale. As you exhale, starting to come forward over the legs. You can keep the arms as they are for a little bit longer if you can. When you're ready, just releasing the bind. Sending the arms forward to where it feels good, letting the shoulders relax. Slow, smooth breaths. And then walking your hands back upright, taking the right hand away to the side, left arm up and over, relaxing the right shoulder away from the ear, left hand up and over, ground down through that left sitting bone as you reach out through the left fingers. One full breath. And then on the next inhale, coming back upright, hands behind you, just uncross the legs. Might need to take the legs out, just give the legs a little bit of a wriggle out for a moment. And then we're going to start working into either our half Padmasana or lotus or full Padmasana. So if you remember which one you worked with last time, so usually we have a side that's a little bit more dominant. So for me, I like to bring my right foot in usually first, but I'm just going to swap it around. So I'm going to bring the left foot in first. And maybe you want to work with just a half variation, that's completely fine. Just remembering we're trying to not overstretch the outside of the ankles, so a little bit of a flex through that left foot. And this might be plenty for you, or even just simple cross leg is absolutely fine. And if you can, bringing your other foot in front on top into the hip crease, just allowing yourself to settle in, lengthen out through the spine. When you're ready, back of the hands onto the knees and then tips of the index fingers and thumbs lightly touching here. Trying to straighten through those arms, long through the spine. And we'll work into our Ujjayi breathing. So the count for 4 in, 7 to hold at the top, and then 8 to exhale. So it's 4, 7, 8. I'll count us in just a couple of rounds this time, and then you can continue for another few minutes on your own. When you're ready, just closing down the eyes, just following the breath in and out through the nose. Let's all take an inhale together and exhale completely. And then inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, holding 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4. Holding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhaling 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just continuing on your own. Last couple of rounds here. Just finishing off your last round, and then allow the breath to return back to its natural breath. And blinking open the eyes. Just making your way out of your Padmasana if you're there. Giving your feet a little bit of a wriggle out. Coming down onto your back. Just bringing the soles, the feet together. Let the knees drop open, arms a little bit away from the body, palms facing up. Just noticing the points of contact with the back body and the mat and ground underneath you. The back of the head, back of the shoulders and arms and hands. Upper back and middle back. And the back of the pelvis. Outside edges of the feet. Just imagining those points of contact imprinting underneath you. And with each exhale, that imprint gets a little bit deeper. When you're ready, extending the legs out long, just moving into your Shavasana. Make sure you're warm enough. Using anything to make yourself more comfortable, a blanket or an eye pillow or bolster under the knees. And once you've found your posture, coming to stillness. Just very lightly observing the breathing, the natural breath in and out through the nose. Whole body letting go. And resting here for the next few minutes. Please feel free to stay resting here. Otherwise, let's start to deepen into the breathing. Allowing the breath to fill the whole body, from the tips of the toes all the way to the crown of the head. When you're ready, extending the arms up above the head. Lengthen out through the fingertips, lengthen out through the toes. Take a really big inhale. And then as you exhale, letting everything relax. Bending the legs up, rolling over onto your side and staying there for a few breaths. Making your way up to a seated position. Coming into a comfortable cross-legged position. Resting the hands down onto the thighs or to the knees. Eyes softly closed. Feeling those points of pressure with your seat underneath you. Picturing the length of the entire spinal column, all the way from the base, the lower back, the middle back, upper back, and the neck. Face is soft, shoulders soft, and soft belly. Bring the palms of the hands together into your prayer in front of the chest, bowing the head down towards your hands. Thank you so much for making the effort to practice today. Namaste.